Hey guys, this is Noir back again with another video. Today's video, I'm just coming to you with, I believe, is my entire collection of the few fragrances that I have that were perfumed by Francis Kurkdjian. Now, for the past couple of years, Francis Kurkdjian took the job of being the creative director for the fragrances for Christian Dior. He also has his own brand, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and he's done various other releases for different people. So I just wanted to go over the ones that I have, just because it came to mind that, you know, while I was getting some of the fragrances that he had done work on, I hadn't been a big fan of the fragrances that he did for his line, Baccarat Rouge. I didn't have that one, but I did have Grand Soir, but I really didn't like that as an amber scent, so I sold that a few years back. I only have one from his house now, so let's see what I have from the probably at least 100 fragrances that he's done throughout his career. Let's go ahead and get it going. What made me want to do this video is that I actually thought to myself some time ago that I like his work that he does with other brands, but I don't like that work that he does for his own brands. And then I was listening to a video. It happened to have been a couple of years old, but they shared that same sentiment that the best work that he does is for other people. And so the first one I want to mention is one that I recently picked up for the most part for this video, but it was one of the two fragrances that I was sort of obsessed with when I was young, like high school days, just getting out of high school. And one of them is Dior Fahrenheit, which he didn't do. The other one was Le Male, and this one is Ultral. Ultral was released in 2015, so I just picked this one up essentially to for this video, because I think that I've sort of like outgrown sort of super sweet fragrances, but all of them for the most part have really high ratings. They're very loved by the masses. And so while I was looking through them, I didn't want to get the original one, because if I got Le Male or I got Fahrenheit, I really wanted to get vintage ones for some reason, so I can try to recapture that scent memory that I had from then. So I just picked up Ultral. This is one of the flankers that he did. Francis Kurkdjian didn't do all of them. A good number of them were perfumed by Quentin Biche. So I was looking for one that was like highly rated and also done by Francis Kurkdjian. And so Ultral was released in 2015. This one has pear, lavender, mint, cinnamon, vanilla, patchouli, cedar. It is a very sweet fragrance. It is nice. It is nice. I will give it a wear, maybe this week, just to see how I feel about it. I haven't worn it, but just off a first impression, I do like it, but it's sort of just easygoing, and I sort of like fragrances that are like a little bit more challenging. But we'll see how it is when I wear it. Let's move on to the next one. The next fragrance is from the art material line of Guerlain. I believe this is the only one he's done for the house, and this one is called Rose Barbare. This one I wanted for a while, and I was finally able to get it in. And I'm still in love with rose fragrances. This one is more than just rose. This one, Rose Barbare, was released in 2005. It has rose, fenugreek, aldehydes, honey, patchouli, and wood notes. I'll go ahead and spray it on paper to remind myself. Now, it is a bright rose with the aldehydes and the rose scent, but then it sort of sweetens up with the honey and the fenugreek at the dry down. This was one I'd always wanted in my collection. I wasn't sure about it because, of course, they all are quite expensive. And the very first one that I was able to get, it was between Bols d'Harmonie and Cuir Beluga, but I ended up getting Bols d'Harmonie as my first one, and I think my second one was actually Rose Barbare. That was the second one that I actually got, and this actually is, now that I'm thinking about it, that's crazy. This is the only one I actually paid full retail for, which is nuts. So that lets you know how much I actually wanted this fragrance in my collection. Let's move on to the next one. The next 4 fragrances will be from the house of Dior. These will be at least the formulations of when he took over as creative director. And this one is the newer formulation of Eau Noire. So this is not the famous green juice. It is the newer one, which is the color similar to Bois d'Argent, I guess. And I saw like a vintage one, like the green juice one available. It was quite expensive, and I remember watching Time to Musk Up's video, and he talked about, you know, them being similar, and then he said that the newer one was a little bit more mass appealing than the original one was. So I just wanted to pick it up because I do like lavender and fragrances. Eau Noire was originally released in 2004. It has notes of thyme, sage, lavender, coffee, immortelle, licorice is one of the famous notes, vanilla, and a few other notes. And I did wear this one last week. It is a good, unique type of scent with the coffee note in it and the lavender. So I still need to get to know this one and the next one that I'll mention because it's recent in my collection. But I do like it. I'm glad that I picked it up. Let's move on to the next one. The next fragrance again is from the newer formulation. This is another one from the original 3 that were brought out. 2 of them were done by Francis Kurkdjian. The other one was done by Annick Monardo. But this one is Cologne Blanche. This is actually my most recent pickup. And it's just amazing. I don't know if I've smelled this one in past or the other cologne one, but with this one, I was just amazed at how great things smell when you get them at a good deal. I really like the smell of this. I think that it would do wonders in like the spring and the summertime because it's not just a cologne based scent with the citruses. Again, this was released in 2004. The notes on this one are almond, orange, bergamot, rosemary, rose blossom, vanilla, and tonka bean. This is a very unique summer scent, and that's what I like about it. I like trying to find unique summer scents, and this one I'm very happy to have in the collection, Cologne Blanche, and I can't wait to wear this one when it gets a little bit warmer. Let's keep it moving. The next fragrance was not the first release of him taking over as creative director, minus the 3 original ones, but it was the first one that I smelled that I actually liked, and that one is New Look. And New Look was released in 2024. I didn't put it on my best pickups of the year list, but I do really like this scent, even though it's not very popular. And this one has amber, aldehydes, and frankincense in it, and you get all of that, especially the frankincense and the aldehydes in it. I really like that combination of it. I think this is like what it says, like a new look, but not new look 1947, a new look going into a new age. It's sort of like a futuristic type scent. That's the way I would describe it. And I'll definitely try to give this one a wear this week because I'm definitely a fan. I was trying to see if I could get 250 ml for a deal because, you know, you just like those bottles, but I'll just have to deal with this one. So I'm happy I have this one. Let's move on to the last one that I have from Dior. And the last one I've talked about a few times, and that one is from the Esprit de Parfum collection that was released in 2024, this past year, and this one is Oud Ispahan. I've smelled all of them. I believe there's 5 in the collection, and this is the only one that I wanted from the beginning, and even after purchasing it and wearing it, I still really like this scent. I got a bottle for my brother, and he said it was probably his favorite in his collection right now. This is a really good oud and rose scent. Again, it was released last year, 2024. This one has cumin, clove, oud, rose, and spicy notes. And this is just a great oud rose combination. It is pretty pricey if you don't get a discount, but people seem to be letting go of them on eBay for pretty good prices. I would check it out. And let's move on to the last one. And the last fragrance is another 2024 release, but this one is a re-release of a fragrance from his house, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It's the only one I currently own from the house, and this is the reissue of Absolue pour le Soir. I really wanted to have this one. You know, I'm into animalics. I do like amber scents, but I believe that they get just a little. For me in my collection, I feel like amber scents, the spicy amber sort of gets a little redundant, and so I wasn't sure about this one. I blind bought it. It's only still sold exclusively at Selfridges, so I ordered it from there, and I'm pleasantly happy with this purchase. Also, was just telling my buddy about it. He was like, "Oh, I thought you got the old one." I told him there's no way I was gonna pay those prices, $1,000, $700-800. No way. This one has cumin, honey, labdanum rose, amber, and vanilla. I believe the only note, at least on Fragrantica, that's not listed from the original one was incense. And from some of the videos that I saw, people were saying, you know, it's recognizably this very similar. It's the same fragrance. It made the other one maybe a little bit more animalic, and they chalked it up to possibly being from, you know, the it maturing and macerating or whatnot. But I really like this scent as far as the amber genre is concerned. I believe it's unique enough and it sets itself apart from the few other ambers that I even own in my collection, because I whittled mine down, because when you smell them side by side, you pick out the differences, but just smelling them in a vacuum without anything else around, you would think that they're all the same. But this one is unique to its own. I'm really happy that I bought this one. And so this is the only one I own from Francis Kurkdjian. I don't know of any other ones that I'd be interested in, because the oud ones, I really wanted them to be more kind of like barnyardy or whatnot. They're nice scents, but none of them really spoke to me. So that's pretty much it, guys. Those are all the fragrances that I have in my collection that I believe are perfumed by Francis Kurkdjian. Are you a fan of his work? If you are, please tell me some of your favorite Francis Kurkdjian creations. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.